The 3D stamp is ideal for blocking out shapes or cutting sharp edges. You can add indwelled, primitive geometries to your mesh or use them to cut into the surface. The stamp tool works with predefined stamps, custom stamps, and basic primitives. A good tip is to combine the stamp tool with a separate command. This lets you split your mesh into independent parts and work on them individually. The crease brush is perfect for adding sharp, defined lines and details. It pinches and deepens the surface to create crisp edges, great for wrinkles, folds, or stylized forms. The standard brush is your go-to sculpting tool. It displaces vertices in or out to build up or remove material, letting you add small details like veins or creases, or build up forms layer by layer. The clay brush works similarly to the standard brush, but with a height plane that defines the maximum buildup. You can choose different brush shapes, square, circle, or capsule, and apply custom alphas for patterned strokes. The main options are height limit toggle, height limit value slider. The next brush is the inflate-deflate brush. This brush expands or dents the surface, creating a round, balloon-like effect. It's great for organic shapes or puffing up details. The smooth brush helps even out the surface and topology. It's perfect for cleaning up rough areas after sculpting. The Move tool lets you reposition parts of your mesh without adding or removing detail. It's especially useful for adjusting proportions, posing, or adding facial expressions. The snake hook, also known as the tentacle tool, pulls out long connected extensions from your mesh. You can enable rotation for more precise shaping, or turn on connected only to allow parts to retract into the mesh like a muck handle. Keep in mind that retracting geometry will break manifold continuity, so you'll need to voxel remesh to make it printable again. For smoother control, turn on steady stroke. The trim brush evens out surfaces by pushing them down to a flat plane. You can lock or unlock the plane's position with lock plane upon edit. It has 3 modes. Dynamic mode follows the surface as you sculpt. Keep edges mode preserves border edges. Create stairs mode generates stepped surfaces. The flatten brush also smooths or levels a surface, but it does so by setting a reference plane. Pull the trigger once to define the plane. After that, any area you touch will move to that level. The pinch brush pulls the surface together either into a point or along a line. It's perfect for wrinkles or sharper edges. You can combine it with the crease and inflate brushes for more realistic results. Available settings include pinch to point, pinch to line, pinch height slider. The regularized brush smooths out topology locally by subdividing or decimating the mesh without changing its shape. Use the resolution setting to control local polygon density. This is useful before applying detailed surface stamps. You can make a small dense area for a high detail, then use the surface stamp without losing definition. Finally, let's look at the voxel-based brushes. Still work in progress, but very promising. We have Draw Voxel, where you can add or remove volume anywhere. Smooth Voxel, blend and soften voxel geometry. Inflate or deflate voxel. Expand or contract volume, also usable for voxel-based strokes. Stamp Voxel will apply voxel-based shapes to stamp predefined geometry onto your model. And that's an overview of all of the current brushes in Sculpt mode. Each one gives you powerful control over form, detail, and surface finish, whether you're sketching out rough shapes or refining high-resolution models. Thanks for watching and have fun sculpting!